The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3.
Jason Tatum continues to emerge, guys, as one of the most elite players on both ends. We know on the offensive end he's a dangerous three-level scorer. He's also capable of locking you up defensively.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Pass to Holmgren. It's Dort on the wing. Misses the 3. Last game for Boston, they picked up the W against Charlotte. Tatum drives in.
Boy, once he gets going, all 6'8", 210 pounds, Tatum very hard to stop off the bounce.
Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams-Dort has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and, frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the shot by Drew Holiday. And his first shot of the game, no good.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Here's Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
This guy is such a gifted offensive player. Jason Tatum, tough to handle off the dribble drive.
They get it again. Hartenstein, that's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
I just love the determination on that backboard. Coming out of the gates, really, really strong.
Yeah, we're seeing some early signs that he is on his game. That putback's a good illustration of the work he's ready to put in tonight.
Tatum's shot is off.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Dort kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. A minute 42 left to play in the first quarter. No coverage that time. Dort's got 6.
Being ready on the catch, such an important skill, and Luke Dort's confidence really starting to grow.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. You know, Doris, from the moment Jason Tatum entered the NBA, he has been the guy on his team. How big a burden do you think that is for a player to carry?
Well, Jason Tatum, regardless of how much responsibility he has always worn it gracefully. This young man, from the time he was a little kid in St. Louis, has dreamed of leading an NBA team. He is doing exactly that.
A Holiday after Jason Tatum missed on that last 3-pointer. Clock at 6. Boston needs to get off a shot. Williams with the steal. 55 seconds left to play here in the first. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Porzingis. For Boston, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And the dunk by Tatum.
I love that Jason Tatum not settling for a jumper. He goes to the rim with authority.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder with another miss.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Here's Tatum. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Still scoreless. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking.
Now, this is one of the best scorers in the game today. Jason Tatum, we're getting used to performances like this.
Outside Williams. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And he has grooved his stroke at the line this season and been able to maintain it with an average of 90%.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
So for Oklahoma City right now, the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. Now here's Tatum. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tatum drives in. The shot comes out. Good D by Holmgren. Right side Tatum. No good from outside. Thunder trailing by 4. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go.
It's very long, and SGA so effective around the hoop because of that length.
And the way the Celtics can attack teams' doors with their 5-out set, it's impossible to fully defend it.
Kevin, there is so much space on the floor because they have shooters at every single position and guys who balance that shooting with an ability to get off the dribble drive. This is as good an offense as we've seen.
Can't hit from in close. The Celtics have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Tatum against Dort. The kick out to Brown. Back to Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over in the corner, White. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. White's got the lead up to 5 now for Boston.
Well, a corner 3 for Derek White. Surprise, surprise. This guy will light you up if you give him shots. Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Knocked away. Holiday, the pass to Brown. From outside, off the mark.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Tatum kicks to Holiday. It's good from long range. Holiday's got his first 3 points of the game.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an elite scorer. Coach Mark Daigneault said the sign of a good player is being a source of reliable offense. At the same time, he's learned to impact the game in other ways, and that's why he's a really good player. He's not just a hired gun scorer. Kevin?
Totally agree, D.A. He is a franchise cornerstone type of guy. And we thank you for the report. One guy who now seems to be a perennial MVP candidate, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander Doris. He is rocketing up the charts.
He is, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. He can consistently put 30 on you like it's absolutely nothing. He gives you everything else as well, including incredible leadership and great teammate skills.
Cooling off a bit after a nice first quarter.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Nobody near Williams. And he's good on the 3 ball. Williams has got himself on the board with 3 there. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Tatum. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
Celtics foul.
Hartenstein's got his 5th rebound in this one. The Thunder have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out. Boy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has become the master at drawing fouls.
The Thunder shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And the first one drops.
Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 shots.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Here's Tatum. Inside. Tatum automatic.
Oh, another huge night for Tatum. One of the top scorers in the NBA. Jason beats you in so many different ways.
Got a hand on it. Here's Hartenstein, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Boston on top. They lead by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Hey, everybody.
I gotta see. Taking a look here at the Thunder, they're right where they want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place for the
Now looking at this Oklahoma City game, the Thunder dealing with a thin margin.
Shooting below 35%, unacceptable.
And that's all for us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Oh, his power is unbelievable. An intimidating force when he's at his best.
And in the front court, Brown and Tate. And here we go with the coach's challenge. What a surprise in a competitive game like this.
First team foul. Shooting for Oklahoma City, Williams.
The officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
He hits the second from the line. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
It's safe to say Jason Tatum is a bona fide superstar.
He certainly is, Kevin, and really been a big-time star from the time he was 23 years old. Lots of pressure on this young player, but Jason's not only embraced it, he's thrived under it.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, "We can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger." Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. Now, here's Gilgeous Alexander. Jason Tatum missing his last shot.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Here's Tatum. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Now, here's Tatum. He's got 21. Here's Porzingis. That one falls. Porzingis has got his first bucket in this one.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Outside, Gilgeous Alexander. Releases. Here's Hartenstein. That one drops for him. Hartenstein's got 6 points.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Tatum against Holmgren. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
How about that? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, a big-time defender, and sends that one back.
Over in the corner, Williams. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. He has 7.
Yeah, he shot the ball well enough to keep his team even. Let's see if together they can elevate past that.
Tatum passes to Holiday. Up top, Tatum. Defended by Holmgren. Brown with the screen on Holmgren. Pass to Brown. Over Williams. The Thunder pull it in. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. They now take the lead. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work...
What a jam! Tatum doing it with style!
I tell you, this guy is capable of some amazing finishes. Jason Tatum, my goodness.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 10. Tatum against Gilgeous-Alexander. Emphatic finish by Tatum!
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
The open shot, Williams. Again, the Thunder score.
Oh, what a nice stroke from the mid-range for Jalen Williams, making you pay.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Tatum. Pass to White. Outside, Porzingis. Outside, Holiday. On the wing, Brown. The Celtics working the ball around now. Here's Tatum. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
Second personal foul.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
At the line for the Celtics, Jason Tatum. At the line for 2 shots. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules.
Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to do a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, DA?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Mark Daigneault talking to his team during the break. Coach was really hyping up his guys. He told them, this is what it's all about, fellas. You're in this spot for a reason. Go out and take this win. See if they can follow those instructions, guys.
All right, David, thanks. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Holiday. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer.
And since halftime, he just doesn't have a clue when it comes to shooting.
Here's Tatum, outside Holiday. Back to Tatum. Over Williams. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Williams. Porzingis with the block.
A swat by Porzingis. That wingspan
few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Holmgren. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And the Thunder lead by 1. Outside Tatum. Pass to Brown. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Yeah, Brown makes himself the best option in the pick and roll there. That's beautifully done.
It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. Hartenstein passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket, and watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
And the other thing, guys, credit their game plan. They've been getting the looks they want, and they are executing at a high level.
Tatum out to White. Back to Tatum.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here goes Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
Jason Tatum under duress of a shot clock. Big moment, no problem.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. It doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
Tatum, that's for 2. Rebound by Williams.
Listen, he's a confident player, but if you're going for that kind of finish, you better finish it.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Porzingis with the block.
And with that 7'6" wingspan, Porzingis has always been a big-time shot blocker.
Here's Tatum. It's good! Tatum with the teardrop.
And Tatum's experience in these spots is starting to show. He's never been afraid to take the biggest shots.
Williams for 3. Sinks the triple. Williams has got the game tied up here for the Thunder.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Here's Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. Tatum down low. He's against Hartenstein.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Hartenstein finds Holmgren. No good on the 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Tatum. The kick out to Holiday. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. Right to the free throw line. Pull 1 on Holmgren. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
I'll tell you, they'd better come up with some points on every possession from now on.
It counts! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, by virtue of skill and temperament, so ready to deliver. Oh, gentlemen. My goodness, step back.
That was incredible. Holmgren with the steal. Outside, Dort fires the 3. Buries the triple. And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer. It's White on the wing. He beat the buzzer!
Delivery at the buzzer. That is beautifully done.
Down it goes at the buzzer. Boy, doesn't get any better than that.
You couldn't dream up a more dramatic finish. 3 points right as the buzzer sounds. This is a ball game people will be talking about for quite some time.